Hello, in this video we are going to talk about face recognition and overview. So this is the agenda. I will be discussing about the introduction to biometrics, then why have we chosen face, also the applications and what is face recognition. I will be showing you the standard face recognition pipeline and what are the challenges in face recognition. Deep learning pipeline will also be discussed. I will also share the architecture of VGG face. Then we will see labeled faces in the wild and YouTube face database. I will also be illustrating state-of-the-art works, and then we will be discussing about the future challenges with the summary. So what is biometrics? So when you went for the first time to the Aadhaar center for your enrollment into the Aadhaar system, your iris, your face and the fingerprints were recorded. So all of these three things which were recorded were part of the biometrics. So what is the meaning of the biometrics here? Matrix is the measurement and bio means our body. So our body was measured in three aspects. Then why have we chosen face? So biometrics is the automatic method of recognizing and validating the identity of a person based on the physiological or behavioral characteristics. And why have we chosen face? Face is natural, it is non-intrusive, and it is easy to acquire and use, and the ability to acquire the signature from non-cooperating subjects. So let's say that someone is not willing to give his fingerprints or the iris record, but his face is visible to us and we can record his face even without his cooperation. What are the applications? We can see various surveillance systems are using face recognition and it is being recorded at the center. Also at public places we can see that face verification and face recognition are two applications. In any shopping center, let's say Walmart or Big Bazaar, you will see that we are under surveillance. And even while buying some things in China, while doing the payment also, face verification is done instead of OTP or something else. So what is face recognition? Let's say we have a face and we are training our model based on different attacks on the image. Let's say here we have removed the eyes region, or we have applied these black lines in front of the face, or the face is having a different pose looking somewhere else. Even let's say that we have this noisy image, or we have cropped the face. Also maybe the face is in the dark. So these are multiple variations which may be used in the training of a face recognition system, and then we will match our face within the data set. So let's say the face is matching here, the name of the face will be printed. What is the standard face recognition pipeline? Input is set of images and we will compute the features, and features may be in terms of global feature or a feature at landmark points. So in global features, intensity is one of the aspect, PCA is principal component analysis, LBP is local binary patterns, HOG is histogram of oriented gradients, and the Gabor filter. So these are the multiple global features which can be tried for getting the feature extraction. And from the landmark point of view, we can work with SIFT. SIFT is scale invariant feature transform. We can also work with SURF. SURF is speeded up robust features. Also attribute and simile. So these are multiple techniques which may be used to compute the features. And then for recognition part, we can work upon metric learning. So there may be multiple evaluation metrics, let's say accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score. So all those kind of metrics may be learned. Even the dictionary learning. So there are even more techniques to do the recognition. For more details you can go and read my research paper, and you will learn about how this LBP or a HOG or SURF, so these kind of features have been discussed in this research paper. Now let's talk about the surveillance face recognition. Let's say we want to match this face in the live video, and let's focus on this face. This face will be cropped and will be matched against the high resolution gallery image. So this low resolution probe image or the test image will be matched against it, and it will say it is not matching. And for the second time, when this face is being matched with the high resolution gallery image, here the faces are matching, so it will say match, and in the first case it was not match. So there are multiple challenges. You have seen here there is a low resolution of face image in this case. Non-frontal means this face is looking in front in the gallery image, but while the image was under test, the face was not in looking at front, but was looking left or right. And even the uncontrolled illumination and expressions. So let's see this image. In this, we are not having a good illumination, the light is low, uh, the light quality is low, and expressions are also not same. So there are variations in those kind of things. Let's move ahead. Now there are multiple challenges. This is a challenge. So when you have this crowd and you are doing the surveillance on this kind of a system, so it is quite challenging to crop one face out of the full image and match it against the dataset. Also there might be expression changing, and let's say there is this cold case file reopened. In that case, let's say that this person was missing, this child got missing, and after many years, and this person's face was matched with this face under age variation, missing person came into existence. And then even this twin face, so this is a challenge to verify the twin images. And even this hair you can see in this region, so this is acting as a occlusion, versus this face is very clear and there is no occlusion on the face. So there are multiple things. Then in the deep learning, what was happening in the machine learning phase, in machine learning we used to extract the features out of the image and then train the classifier, versus in the deep learning we have a trainable feature extractor. We are using maybe CNN model to extract the features on its own and then train our classifier. And we have seen in the previous videos, in the convolution some part of the image is convoluted and the deep features are being used for doing the matching part. So and in this blue circle you can see that there is this z value, z equal to wx plus b summation, and this f is the activation function. With this combination we can get the output. Then the fully connected layers we have seen earlier. There is this hidden layer, and input layer is connected to the hidden layer, each and every neuron, and same for the output layer. And even when we have multiple hidden layers, the technique is same, that all the neurons are connected to each other layer by layer, and we can use the forward propagation to calculate the output. In the VGG phase network, there were 16 trainable layers. The detail is here, detail is given. In the VGG phase, they used 2.6 million images and 2600 candidates were there. Input phase size was the 224 cross 224 for the training purposes, and they achieved 98.95% accuracy on the LFW unrestricted settings. So LFW is labeled faces in the wild in LFW database. So we have the challenge for matching the faces. So let's say that we are talking about face verification here. Given a pair of facial images, specify whether they belong to the same person or not. So 13,000 images were there with 5,700 people in it. So tenfold evaluation means that you are trying 10 different samples of the faces and calculating the accuracy of the model. If the model is consistent, even 10 times the average will be better. So there is also this famous data set of YTF, YouTube Faces database. It has 621,000 images with 1595 identities or celebrities, we can say. And this was made out of the videos, and the faces were cropped to train the face recognition model better. Over the time, dataset size is increasing. You can see that LFW had 13,000 images versus YTF had these 3,400 videos, and this Google FaceNet is working on 500 million private images which Google has acquired. And so you can see that number of photos are increasing over time, and some of the datasets are public and some of them are private. So this is the illustration of the state of the art. So DeepFace was using 4 million images versus the FaceNet plus alignment was using 200 million images. Number of networks have been given, and the accuracy is quite good for this FaceNet plus alignment method on the LFW data. They have achieved 99.63% accuracy. The summary is that it works quite well for the images in the wild, more work required for the application like surveillance. So face recognition can be improved in surveillance systems, and image quality is poor, and annotation of the real data is required. So these are the multiple challenges. Thank you.